adapt to like movement. If they're moving, I kind of like immediately react.
I could really see the difference in the stability of the image. So when I was moving around the map and spraying, the image was moving a lot less, and it really made it quite a lot easier to play the game. And I could see the bullets like flying through the air and where they were landing a lot more clear.
When I flick other people, it's more accurate than without. It even helps me to perform when I spray. I can see the spread even easier than I do without. And when I do hard turns, the screen is more floating.
Somehow it actually helps you with increasing your ability to aim in the game, because, as I already said, it makes everything feel a lot smoother, and because of that, it's actually easier to hit the enemies while I'm playing, which is great, especially for games like Overwatch, which I'm currently playing, or games like Counter-Strike, or I think even games like fast-paced games like Dota, where you have like team fights where a lot of stuff happens. It will actually help you with keeping the overview of the game and controlling your mouse and your accuracy better. So if I had to decide like what feature is actually the best on this monitor, I would say it's the DyAc feature, because it impresses your gameplay by a lot.
Like the drum in the deep, and the water from around slowly weeps. Like your eyes, cold as ice, dead as the dark. Was no love after all, just a watermark in the frozen lake there reflected. I was suddenly disconnected. Now the darkness is approaching, flooding in my tears, my heart is choking.
Everyone grips the mouse differently, so how can one mouse work for all? Different sizes and shapes for your options. Pick the one that fits your grip for long-lasting comfort and gameplay. With driverless design, you just plug and play.
Faceit is the biggest competitive gaming platform with more than 10 million users. Play CSGO the way it should be played and win daily prizes. Communities from your region and skill level are just around the corner with hubs. Play like the pros in FPL, find new friends, and dominate the leaderboards. Experience real progression in our leagues and ladders. Queue solo or with your friends and climb up the ranks to reach that top spot. Track your stats, match history, and more from your profile. Turn your hard-earned Faceit points won in hubs, leagues, and tournaments into real prizes. Head to the Faceit shop for a cheeky PC upgrade or that one skin you've been eyeing. Sign up for free now.
I feel like DyAc is one good innovation that Zoe made. They disabled the blurriness of the game that you feel like in every first-person shooter. I don't know how to say, but much more comfortable to play. Like when you move quickly, you still can see all these platforms.
It kind of feels like it's easier to track the targets. When I'm spraying, I can more clearly see like the movements that the targets are doing. So it just feels like kind of smoother to adapt to like movement. If they're moving, I kind of like immediately react.
I could really see the difference in the stability of the image. So when I was moving around the map and spraying, the image was moving a lot less, and it really made it quite a lot easier to play the game. And I could see the bullets like flying through the air and where they were landing a lot more clear.
When I flick other people, it's more accurate than without. It even helps me to perform when I spray. I can see the spread even easier than I do without. And when I do hard turns, the screen is more floating.
Somehow it actually helps you with increasing your ability to aim in the game, because as I already said, it makes everything feel a lot smoother, and because of that, it's actually easier to hit the enemies while I'm playing, which is great, especially for games like Overwatch, which I'm currently playing, or games like Counter-Strike, or I think even games like fast-paced games like Dota, where you have like team fights where a lot of stuff happens. It will actually help you with keeping the overview of the game and controlling your mouse and your accuracy better. So if I had to decide like what feature is actually the best on this monitor, I would say it's the DyAc feature, because it impresses your gameplay by a lot.
Like the adrenaline deep and the water from around slowly weeps, like your eyes cold as ice, dead as the dark. Was our love after all just a watermark?
grips the mouse differently, so how can one mouse work for all? Different sizes and shapes for your options. Pick the one that fits your grip for long-lasting comfort and gameplay. With driverless design, you just plug and play.
Faceit is the biggest competitive gaming platform with more than 10 million users. Play CSGO the way it should be played and win daily prizes. Communities from your region and skill level are just around the corner with hubs. Play like the pros in FPL, find new friends, and dominate the leaderboards. Experience real progression in our leagues and ladders. Queue solo or with your friends and climb up the ranks to reach that top spot. Track your stats, match history, and more from your profile. Turn your hard-earned Faceit points won in hubs, leagues, and tournaments into real prizes. Head to the Faceit shop for a cheeky PC upgrade or that one skin you've been eyeing. Sign up for free now.
I feel like DyAc is one good innovation that Zoe made. They disabled the blurriness of the game that you feel like in every first-person shooter. I don't know how to say, but much more comfortable to play. Like when you move quickly, you still can see all these platforms.
It kind of feels like it's easier to track the targets. When I'm spraying, I can more clearly see like the movements that the targets are doing. So it just feels like kind of smoother to adapt to like movement. If they're moving, I kind of like immediately react.
I could really see the difference in the stability of the image. So when I was moving around the map and spraying, the image was moving a lot less, and it really made it quite a lot easier to play the game. And I could see the bullets like flying through the air and where they were landing a lot more clear.
When I flick other people, it's more accurate than without. It even helps me to perform when I spray. I can see the spread even easier than I do without. And when I do hard turns, the screen is more floating.
Somehow it actually helps you with increasing your ability to aim in the game, because, as I already said, it makes everything feel a lot smoother, and because of that, it's actually easier to hit the enemies while I'm playing, which is great, especially for games like Overwatch, which I'm currently playing, or games like Counter-Strike, or I think even games like fast-paced games like Dota, where you have like team fights where a lot of stuff happens. It will actually help you with keeping the overview of the game and controlling your mouse and your accuracy better. So if I had to decide like what feature is actually the best on this monitor, I would say it's the DyAc feature, because it impresses your gameplay by a lot.
Like the drum in the deep and the water from around slowly weeps. Like your eyes, cold as ice, dead as the dark. Was our love after all just a watermark in the frozen lake there reflected? I was suddenly disconnected. Now the darkness is approaching, flooding in my tears, my heart is choking.
Everyone grips the mouse differently, so how can one mouse work for all? Different sizes and shapes for your options. Pick the one that fits your grip for long-lasting comfort and gameplay. With driverless design, you just plug and play.
Faceit is the biggest competitive gaming platform with more than 10 million users. Play CSGO the way it should be played and win daily prizes. Communities from your region and skill level are just around the corner with hubs. Play like the pros in FPL, find new friends, and dominate the leaderboards. Experience real progression in our leagues and ladders. Queue solo or with your friends and climb up the ranks to reach that top spot. Track your stats, match history, and more from your profile. Turn your hard-earned Faceit points won in hubs, leagues, and tournaments into real prizes. Head to the Faceit shop for a cheeky PC upgrade or that one skin you've been eyeing. Sign up for free now.
I feel like DyAc is one good innovation that Zoe made. They disabled the blurriness of the game that you feel like in every first-person shooter. I don't know how to say, but much more comfortable to play. Like when you move quickly, you still can see all these platforms.
It kind of feels like it's easier to track the targets. When I'm spraying, I can more clearly see like the movements that the targets are doing. So it just feels like kind of smoother to adapt to like movement. If they're moving, I kind of like immediately react.
I could really see the difference in the stability of the image. So when I was moving around the map and spraying, the image was moving a lot less, and it really made it quite a lot easier to play the game. And I could see the bullets like flying through the air and where they were landing a lot more clear.
When I flicked other people, it's more accurate than without. It even helps me to perform when I spray. I can see the spread even easier than I do without. And when I do hard turns, the screen is more floating.
Somehow it actually helps you with increasing your ability to aim in the game, because, as I already said, it makes everything feel a lot smoother, and because of that, it's actually easier to hit the enemies while I'm playing, which is great, especially for games like Overwatch, which I'm currently playing, or games like Counter-Strike, or I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pakistan vs UAE series by iGen Gaming, and we are going live with the first map that is between Team Portal Esports and 5Gamers, and this is a semi-final first match. And well, we will be getting started with the first pistol round very soon. The knife round was won by 5Gamers, the team that is from the UAE, and Portal Esports from Pakistan. Now it's up to 5Gamers which side they're going to be picking. It's going to be CT. They're going to be starting off on CT. Portal Esports on the T side. The map is Overpass. Overpass was picked by 5Gamers, and it's going to be played first. Portal Esports, they picked Inferno, and the decider is going to be Leadus 2. On the CT side, we have Romeo on the CT side. We also have some well-known players, just like Rocky. I'm pretty sure some Pakistani players might know about him. Rocky is a very well-known player in the UAE scene, and Nemesis as well. We also have BNWAH. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name. I think it's Banwa or something. But yeah, and Potato. And we already know Portal Esports, Pokemon, Trans, Revenant, HZI, and Shooter. An retake coming in from the T side. Pokemon will be taken out by Banwa. Shooter getting the trade kill for his teammate turns it into a 4 versus 2 in the favor of the T side, Portal Esports. They have picked up the bomb. They're gonna go for the bomb plant on bomb site A. Nemesis moving in is gonna take out Shooter, turning it into a 3 versus 2. But trade kills coming in. Trans is gonna get that double kill in the end, and well, the round is gonna go to Portal Esports. 1-0 is the scoreline in the favor of Portal. and that is going to give them an advantage in the second round as they will have the better economy. And looking at the buy on the T side, they have bought up on a Galil, some SMGs, and an AK-47 that is on shooter at the moment. The CTs, they don't really have enough economy to buy up on any weapon, so they're just going to go for 2 pistol upgrades. The rest of them staying with those USPs. No armor either. Still a 5v5. Portal playing it slow, even though they do have the better economy and the better weapons. They're going to be playing it slow. They don't want to make any mistakes because they do know that their opponents aren't a team that should be taken lightly. It's going to be a pretty slow round. 1 minute remaining on the clock. Portal Esports, they have to make a move. They're lined up towards A short. One of their players rotating from B. And from the looks of it, it definitely is going to be an A take. Coming in from the T's. A very slow round indeed. 40 seconds remaining. Romeo is going to be watching bathroom. But Portal, they're still playing it a bit slow. They're not going to be moving in very quickly. Revenant's just waiting over towards A long. He's going to be pushing in. He's going to get that kill onto Romeo, turning it into a 5 versus 4 in the favor of the T side. They have pretty much every advantage they need to get this round. Trans is going to get that second kill. Might be able to get a third one, and he does. Pokemon getting a kill for himself as well. Is going to take down Potato, and Revenant's getting that final one. Gets the round for the T side, which is Portal Esports 2-0. Moving into round number 3, we have a complete buy for the CT side. They've bought up on M4s. Complete armor. Well, not for 2 players. 2 players are going to be without head armor, but they're going to buy up on a decent amount of utility. Utility is still a bit lacking on the CT side. Anyways, I'm gonna... I've heard your concerns. I'll just make it right-handed. There we go. I hope that wasn't too much of a problem for everyone else, but I had to stream as a last minute thing because Ramesh, unfortunately, he had some issues. But anyways, getting back to the match, it is a 3 versus 2 in the favor of the T side. They do have the man advantage, but they are lacking when it comes to HP. Romeo is going to get a pick onto Pokemon, turns it into a 2 versus 2, taking away that man advantage from the T's, and now they are in trouble. Romeo gets a third kill as well, takes down Faceit, and now Trans left in 30 HP is going to go down to Rocky. And that is going to be the first round on the board for Team 5Gamers. 1-2 in the favor of Portal Esports, but 5Gamers, they have won the complete buy. And Portal, they still have the economy to buy up, so they are also going to go for a buy on this round as well. Banva and Nemesis are the only CT side players that have a kit on them, but that shouldn't be too big of a problem. I'm pretty sure that their teammates can pick up a kit if they do have too many problems. Still seeing a UMP on Potato. Well, it's his first round with a UMP, but still. If he's playing close angles, that's going to work out perfectly fine. But if he's going to go for a long-range battle against an AK-47, that can be a problem for him. It is still a 5v5, 1 minute, 5 seconds left on the clock to move in for Portal Esports. They are the ones that have to play aggressively. The CTs, they just have to wait for the Ts. If they can just counter any utility and, well, the pushes from Portal Esports, I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. still a 5v5. 35 seconds left on the clock. Revenant is going to come in and take down Rocky, but he will be traded in. It is now a 4v4. And the CTs, they're in trouble. Pokemon moving in, taking down Romeo, getting a trade kill for his teammate. Turns it into a 4 versus 3. Now the CTs, they don't even have the man advantage. And they're going to have to go for that retake, which is going to be pretty hard considering A side is a bit hard to retake compared to B. Shooter, he's going to take down Banwa. Turns it into a 4 versus 2. So many advantages for Portal Esports at the moment. They're the ones with the bomb plan. They're the ones that have to wait out the CTs. And the CTs are going to have to try their best to somehow get this round. But I don't think that's going to be the case. They're going to have to back off. They don't really have any sort of advantage. They've lost the man advantage, Portal Esports. I mean, they have 4 players alive. And they're going to go hunting for the CT side players. Nemesis is going to take down Pokemon. Trans getting a trade kill though. And now we just have Potato, last man standing on the CT side. He's going to try to save that M4A1S that he has on him. And the complete armor as well. He's going to save it for the next round. And this is going to be another round for Portal Esports. 1-3 is the scoreline. Moving into the next round, we're going to be seeing a partial buy on the CT side as they did have economy issues this round. And for those of you that do not know, Revenant is actually Soulmate. So, if that was confusing for anyone, it should be a fix. Anyways, getting back to the match. Soulmate, he has picked up a MAC-10 and he's known to do a lot with the MAC-10. I mean, I've seen him in tournaments where he just rushes in, gets these sick headshots with the MAC-10 and gets these amazing entries, and he is one of the best, might I say, the best entry fragger in Pakistan, so it's pretty good to see how he does these things. Trans is going to get a kill onto Banwa, turns it into a 5 versus 3. Not much that the CTs can do as they don't have good economy, so they didn't really buy up on any proper weapons, so they're going to have to go up against these AK-47s and the MAC-10 that Revenant has picked up. I mean, Soulmate. Anyways. Last man standing, Potato, yet again, he has that same M4A1S that he saved in the previous round, and he's just going to have to save it again. I mean, what can he even do against 5 of the Portal players that have a complete buy and a lot of utility to work with? They're just gonna be going hunting for Potato. And it's gonna be very hard because there's still time until the bomb actually blows up. And there's 5 players alive on the opposite side, and Potato, how far can he even go to save that M4A1S? And well, he's not going to be able to get very far. He's going to be taken out, and that M4 is going to go down with him. But anyways, it is going to be a complete buy for the CT side. They have bought up on M4s and a UMP as well onto Romeo. I'm not sure if he meant to type Romeo or is it actually Romeo, I'm not sure. Could be Romeo, but anyways, getting back to the game. Soulmate again with the MAC-10 that he is actually pretty famous for. The T's are pretty much spread out, one of them being towards Playground, one towards Connector, and the aggression mostly from the T's is towards B. I can't really tell which side that they're gonna go for because from the looks of it, they're just trying to get these entry frags first, the opening kills to decide where to go, so it just depends where they get that opening. A very slow round from Portal. I actually like this. Portal, they take their time with their rounds. They don't just, you know, rush in and play too aggressively. They read their opponents and they wait. They try to get these entries first and then they move in. A 5v4, Portal Esports, they have the advantage. Soulmate gets 1 kill, but he gets traded out. The CT's not backing off this time. They are going to get this round. Rocky playing it perfectly. I'm not sure why nobody from Portal Esports actually tried to counter Rocky's position. Nobody moved in towards him. Actually, his positioning was pretty good, considering that he was in a position where even through the smoke, nobody could see him because there was smoke towards his left, and the only angle that he had to look at was short. And the person that came in through short just died to him while he was taking out his teammate. So that worked out perfectly for Rocky. Revenant switching it up to an AK-47. It's going to take down Banba, turns it into a 4 versus 3 in the favor of the T side. The T's, they have the man advantage here. They have proper weaponry. Even Shooter, he has picked up an op for himself, and he is a pretty good opper, as we all know. Not sure if he's going to be able to do much with it though, because from the looks of it, Romeo, he's coming in from the back and he can definitely flank Shooter, but he's actually going to move towards Party. Shooter all the way at long. He hasn't been spotted yet, and the flank could be on Romeo instead. But never mind, moving back. I'm not sure how this is going to end up for the both of them. They're just circling around each other and they don't even know where the other person is. They're so close to each other, but none of them have noticed the other person. And there we go. Shooter just goes, exits from connector, and he's just going to go back to his team. A B take coming in from the T's. Potato moving in towards B long. It's going to take down Pokemon, but traded in by HZI. It is now a 3 versus 2 in the favor of Portal Esports. They're going to take bomb side B, and they're going to get that plant. And so it's going to be a hard round for the CTs. As the T's, they do have the man advantage, and they're going to use that to get this round. Romeo, though, is going to take down HZI, but gets taken out by Revenant. A 2v1 now in the favor of the T side. Nemesis is all alone, left in a 1v2. He's going to have to get that retake. He does have time, but both of the T side players are towards B short. And Revenant is just there to protect his teammate, and he's going to take out Nemesis. 2-5 is the scoreline in the favor of Portal Esports. 5Gamers struggling a bit on the CT side. Portal, they're doing these executes perfectly, and dare I say it, Shooter, he got a bit lucky there. I'm not sure who the lucky one was. Was it Romeo or Shooter? They were so close to each other, and they hadn't even noticed the other person. And that could have been a good fight to watch, but sadly it didn't happen. Looking at the buy right now from the CT side, they have bought up on pistols. Only Romeo having a Kevlar on him, no utility. Nemesis getting tagged through the wooden wall at B, and so many disadvantages for the CT side. They don't have any Kevlar, they don't have any utility, they don't have good weapons, and now Nemesis is tagged down as well. This is going to be a very hard round for the CTs. Probably going to be a throwaway. Maybe they can try and get some exit frags to get some economy on their side, but that's pretty much it. Trans is going to get a double kill inside connector, taking out Banva and Rocky both, while Revenant gets the kill onto Romeo. And, well, a 5v2 in the favor of the T side, which is expected considering that they have the better economy. Shooter getting a nice kill onto Potato is going to turn it into a 5 versus 1, and now Nemesis is the last man standing on the CT side, who has only 26 HP and a P250 to his name, and that is going to be disastrous for him. All he can do is try and go for some exit frag to save a weapon, but even that is going to be hard for him, considering the fact that he barely has anything to get exit frags with. And there's 5 T-sided players that are going to be hunting for him. And from the looks of it, Soulmate, he probably will. He's going to take Nemesis out. And that is going to be another round for Portal Esports, 6-2. Another save from the CTs. Not exactly a save, this is called a force because they have bought up on pistols and armor. And Pokemon always coming in towards B long is going to be spraying down through the wooden wall. That does help him out a little. It did in the previous round, but this time it's just going to be 9 damage on Potato. So a 5v5 turned into a 5v3 as Revenant, he moves in, gets a kill onto Banva and Nemesis both. The perfect entry fragger for Portal Esports, HZI. He's going to be taken out by Rocky after he gets that kill onto Potato. It is now a 2v4 in the favor of the T side. Better weapons, man advantage, and they're going to use that perfectly. Pokemon getting a kill onto Rocky. Romeo taking down Shooter, but he will be stopped in his tracks by Trans. And that is going to be another round for Portal Esports. So many rounds in a row. 5Gamers, they really need to step up. Otherwise, things aren't going to go so well for them. They're going to have to start off with less rounds on the T side, and that can be hard for them. Although some players, they do prefer that people play, that they play T side when it comes to overpass. But when you're playing professionally, CT side is a little bit favored because as a team game, it's better to go for defense rather than attack. And Nemesis, he's going to open things up for the CTs. He's going to take out HZI. It is a 5v4 in the favor of the CTs. They have the man advantage, but they're going to have to keep it. But that is sadly not going to be the case as Trans takes out Rocky, turns it into a 4v4, taking away that man advantage. And now we're back to square one. A bit unfortunate. I actually thought that 5Gamers might be able to use this advantage to their favor, but that's not the case. They lose it as quick as they get it. Romeo is going to be watching A long, and there is a player there. I believe it's Shooter. He does play long sometimes on the T side. That's what I have been seeing him play, this position at long. And yep, it was Shooter. But it doesn't seem like any action is going to come from this part of the map. So we're going to be moving back towards bomb side B, where 3 of the T-sided players are moving in. Nemesis is going to take out Pokemon at A, but the take is coming at B. Revenant getting a frag over towards Banva. Potato getting a double kill before he gets traded in, and now it is a 1v2 in the favor of the CTs. Shooter, he's gonna have to try his best to get this round. He has an op to his name. 2 of the CT players watching from hell. And that's gonna be the end for Shooter. Finally, a round for 5Gamers.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
3-7 in the favor of Portal Esports, but 5Gamers, they finally break that round win streak that Portal had going, and they finally get that round for themselves, and maybe they'll be able to get some more rounds because of course we do not want to see a one-sided match, and 5Gamers have gotten this far into the semifinals. They defeated Panda Gaming with such a good scoreline, so it's expected of them to not have this game played one-sided. A double up setup on the CT side. This might actually work out well for the CTs because it did work out in the previous round. I do believe that they had a double up setup and it worked nicely. So this can work out pretty well for them. Romeo, he's gonna be watching A long, and I do believe that one player from the T's over towards long, that is Soulmate. He can come into his scope. Romeo just keeps watching that angle, that is, but that's not going to be the case. He's going to have to move towards A short as well because he's alone pretty much on A side. Not completely alone, but Both the angles are pretty much his to watch. Well, retake coming in. Nemesis, he's gonna get a frag onto Pokemon, turns it into a 5 versus 4. The CTs, they can definitely get a retake here and get this round. Nemesis, watching the perfect angle, is gonna take down DyAc, getting a double kill for himself. Romeo with the frag onto Revenge after he takes down his teammate, which is Banva. Turns it into a 4 versus 2. The CTs, they're definitely gonna get this retake. They have every advantage that they need. Rocky, watching the perfect angle, is gonna take out Shooter, getting the trade kill for his teammate, Nemesis. That was the last player on the T side, and this is going to be a round for 5Gamers. 4-7 in the favor of Portal Esports, but 5Gamers, they have won 2 rounds in a row, and they can definitely make this a regular thing, make this a permanent thing where they keep getting rounds. Portal Esports, they really need to be worried right now. They were playing perfectly in the beginning, Portal Esports, but now they start to lose rounds and they need to switch up their strategy a little bit. Rocky getting a frag onto Trance is going to be traded in by Pokemon, turned into a 4v4. The advantage taken away as fast as it came to 5Gamers. But they're still holding their site perfectly because the T's, they haven't moved in yet. The bomb is dropped all the way towards T-base. The T's are going to have to go back and pick up the bomb and then try to make a move from any side. Soulmate, he's trying to get that entry frag on bomb side B. Getting boosted up towards B short. Romeo still watching A alone. Pokemon is gonna lose his teammate Resonance, but he's gonna get a frag onto Banva. It is now a 3v3. Romeo is gonna have to watch A side all alone. He has spotted a player from the T's, which is Shooter. Shooter moving in towards A side. Might be able to take down Romeo. I mean, he is in the position to. I mean, Romeo, he was just alone on the site and he pretty much had to move around so much just to be safe from both angles. And that didn't end well for him. He had to keep switching between both of the players because he knew that he was surrounded. And that just didn't work out well for him. And now it is a 1v3 in the favor of the T side, Portal Esports. They have the bomb plan and they're just going to have to defend the side from Potato, who has taken down one player, which is DyAc. He's going to be flashed out and he's just looking for the last 2 players. It is possible for him, but he's in such a bad position because he's pretty much sandwiched. He has 2 angles to watch. He's going to be taken out by Shooter, and that is going to be a round for Portal Esports. 4-8. Now this round is going to be hard for the CTs. There's a huge chance that they might lose this round because they only have pistol upgrades to work with, while the T's, they have perfect economy and now a man advantage. As well, Trans has spotted down Nemesis, who's tagged down at 30, and he's going to be taken out by Trans. A 5v2. And well, like I said, this is most likely a round for the T side. It's actually quite refreshing to see a Pakistani team making it this far. They're actually doing pretty well on this map. They have the lead at the moment. It's all about whether they can hold that lead in the next half, or even in this half, if they can just like keep it going the way they have been doing it. Because so far the UAE teams, they have won their matches, and now Portal Esports, they're trying to change that. 5v1 Potato, he's always one of the last people remaining on the T side. Whenever you see the last man standing, it's always Potato, and he's always stuck in these sad situations where he just has to save a weapon or try to get an exit frag, and that's just not working out for him. 4-9 in the favor of Portal Esports on the T side. We are moving closer to the end of the first half, and so far, Portal Esports, they're doing super well. Looking at the buy at the moment on the CC side, we're seeing only one head armor onto Banwa, the rest of them with Kevlars, and an op onto Nemesis. The rest of them with M4s. So it is a complete buy for the CTs. Still a 5v5, Banwa and Potato already getting tagged down a little bit, not too much though. Shooter, he's gonna be watching that A-long angle, is gonna get a double kill for himself. Romeo and Rocky both getting taken out, no flashes from them, no utility, no support from teammate to teammate. That is what got them killed over towards A-long. I mean, what was that even? One peak and the second peak then, and it just... they're just going one by one, and that never works out when you're going up against an opper. "5v3 in the favor of the T side. Potato over at bomb site A is gonna be flushed out by that molly and taken out by Soulmate. It is now a 5v2. Portal Esports, they have so many advantages. They now have the bomb plant as well, and now it's up to the CTs to go for a retake. But I don't think they're gonna do that. They might actually go for a save and maybe, you know, save those weapons for the next round, which is the last round of the first half. Trans is gonna get that frag onto Nemesis, and now Banwa, he's the last man standing on the CT side. And he's not gonna be saving, he's just gonna go up against Pokemon, but will be taken out. 4-10 in the favor of Portal Esports, and now we are in the last round of the first half, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be all or nothing for 5Gamers because they don't really have a choice. They're gonna have to buy up on whatever weaponry that they can, and they have a pretty weak economy, so this round is most likely to go in Portal Esports' favor, but we never know. They, you know, they could do a miracle play and try to get the round. It can go either way, but the odds are in the favor of Portal Esports because they have the better buy and they've been doing so well so far. But what is that? Moving in through the smoke, that is going to be the demise of Portal Esports. 4 versus 2 in the favor of the CTs. This is looking bad for Portal Esports. They have 2 players left standing. The CTs, they have the man advantage now. But they haven't picked up those weapons yet, and they can't because Pokemon is still over towards Belong, and he can try to get that advantage back for his team. Romeo, he's gonna get that frag onto Revenant, and now it is Pokemon left in a 1 versus 4. Now a 1v3 as he takes out Romeo. And he's gonna have to get this round for himself. It's gonna be a clutch. It's a clutch, or, well, pretty much a round for 5Gamers. Pokemon, he's gonna have to try his best here. He doesn't really have a choice. But, well, that was definitely not his best. Rocky is gonna get this round for his team. It was highly unlikely but for the CTs to get this round, but they still managed to do so. A mistake made by Portal Esports when they rushed into that smoke. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now moving into the second half of the first map. That is Overpass, picked by 5Gamers, but it is being dominated by Portal Esports. And looking at the buy on both teams, we have a complete Kevlar buy on the T side. No utility. Shooter is going to get the first frag onto Romeo. Pokemon getting the second one onto Nemesis. Shooter with a 2K. Turns it into a 3K. And Rocky getting the first kill for the T's is going to take out Revenants. A 1v4 turned into a 4 versus 0 as DyAc gets that last frag for the CTs. And this is going to be the first round for Portal Esports. 5-11 is the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen, in the favor of Portal Esports. It's going to be a good buy for them because they managed to win the first round of the pistol round. My bad. Romeo, he's gonna get a kill onto Shooter with his Deagle. And we do know that the UAE teams and players, well, they're pretty good with their Deagles. So we can expect some from them. DyAc, he's gonna take out Rocky, turns it into a 4 versus 4, taking away that advantage from the T's that they had. Revenants taking out Nemesis, has turned into a 4v2. Romeo and Potato, last men standing on the T side. They only have 2 Deagles to their names. And they're gonna have to try their best here, but is their best actually going to be enough is the question on hand at the moment. It's going to be very hard for them. Potato getting a kill onto Revenants. But to no avail, it's going to be a round for Portal Esports. Five to 12 is a scoreline in the favor of Portal Esports. They only need 4 more rounds to win the map, and it's all up to 5Gamers and this round. This round, because it is their complete buy round. They have AK-47s and utility to work with, but is it going to be enough for them? They need to work on their strategy a little bit. Timings aren't really in their favor, and well, Portal Esports, they're watching the right angle. A double kill for the CTs. Only 3 players standing on the T side as it is a 5 versus 3. I'm not sure why Trans is using a P2K. Really not sure what's going on there, but anyways. Is he trying to look for a weapon, or does he not have a weapon? I'm not sure anymore. Romeo is moving in towards middle. He's going to take out Shooter. Has turned it into a 4v3 in the favor of the CTs, but the T's, they do manage to take away some of the man advantage from the CTs. This is going to be a hard round for the T's because they don't really have any advantages except for the weapons. They do have the better weapons, considering that Revenant has a UMP to work with. Trans, he's using a P2000, I'm not sure why. But DyAc, he has that AUG, he can definitely do some damage with it. Bomb plant not coming in just yet. The T's, they're trying to do this fake plant first to draw out any of the CT players from their hiding places, and that is going to work out perfectly for them. Pokemon getting a kill onto Romeo as he takes down 2 of his teammates. Is gonna get a double kill for himself as he takes out Potato actually, and Pokemon is now left in a 1v1. He's looking for Banva. He has no idea that he is towards B short. He's looking towards B long, but now he's looking at the proper angle, but it's not gonna be enough. Banva is gonna take him down, and that is going to be a round for 5Gamers. 5 to 12 in the favor of Portal Esports. First round on the board for 5Gamers, and first round on the board in the second half actually for 5Gamers. And this is probably going to be the start of more rounds for them. They do have the better buy compared to Portal Esports. Portal Esports, they only have a few pistol upgrades, a USP onto DyAc, and a scout being used up by Shooter. Potato is gonna take out Revenants and Trans, who were trying to boost towards Be Short. Rocky getting a frag onto HZI has turned it into a 5 versus 2 in the favor of the T's. Pokemon and Shooter, they're the last man standing on the CT side, and they're probably gonna have to go for a save. They do have Kevlar and a few upgrades. This is definitely a round for 5Gamers, so no doubt about it. Well, the T's are gonna have to go for a hunt for the last 2 CT side players, Pokemon and Shooter, because they do have some things to save, and the CTs, are they gonna be allowed to save? Is the question. Pokemon getting an exit frag onto Romeo, but he will be traded in by Rocky. Doesn't matter though, Shooter has saved up a scout rifle, and Pokemon does manage to get some economy on his side by taking out one of the T players before he gets taken out. Still not a complete buy for Portal Esports though. They are going for another save. Not a complete save. They have bought up on pistols and Kevlar yet again, but they have enough economy for a buy in the next round, of course. Pokemon getting a 1 dig down onto Romeo after his teammate takes out Nemesis. The CTs, they've turned it into a 5 versus 2 in their favor. Pokemon getting another kill with this Deagle is going to take out Rocky. Is this going to be a round for the CTs? Against all odds, they have managed to get an advantage. Shooter getting that last kill onto Potato is going to get a round for Portal Esports. (7-13) in the favor of Portal Esports. They only need 3 more rounds to win this map. And of course it is a best of 3 series. Shooter, he's gonna tag down one of the T-side players. Might actually get taken out because he's in such a bad position. But Pokemon coming in from behind is going to give some support to his teammate. But unfortunately, Shooter will still be taken out. That is going to be an ace for Pokemon. Just coming in from connector, getting that backstab, not able to save Shooter, but it doesn't matter. He manages to get an ace for himself and the round for his team. Portal Esports, 14 rounds on the board, and they only need 2 more to win. 5Gamers, they have a very long way to go if they want to make a comeback, and that is going to be extremely hard considering Portal Esports and how they're playing at the moment. What an amazing play by Potato. He's gonna get 2 kills with the Deagle. Has turned it into a 4 versus 3. Pokemon and Shooter both getting taken out by the T side. HZI jumping over towards the wooden board is going to spot the T's at B short. Trans. What a position from Trans. He's gonna get a triple spray down, but he will be traded in by Potato. That's a 3K for Potato. A 1v2, HZI, he's most likely going to take him down, and that is going to be the case because he was in the perfect position to do so. And now Portal Esports, they are at match point, 7-15. Portal Esports, they just need 1 more round to win. It's a pretty shaky buy for the T's. They don't really have much of a choice because if Portal Esports, they win this round, they win the map. So they're gonna have to force up and buy whatever they can, which is 2 MAC-10s, a Deagle, a UMP, and a Galil, which isn't working out either because Revenants and Pokemon, they just move in, they take out 2 of the T-side players, and now they've turned it into a 5 versus 3. The T's are gonna have to move in, somehow try to take out try to proceed with this 3 versus 5 which is looking very hard for them considering the fact that they only have a Deagle UMP and a Galil against AK-47s and M4 and AUGs, which is just hard. Potato getting a frag onto Pokemon has turned it into a 4 vs 3. He has dealt some damage to the CTs, and the Ts, they're gonna try to play around that, and they could try going A, but even A has a perfect setup from the CTs. I mean, look at the way Shooter is just sitting inside toilets. These are positions that sometimes the Ts they just don't look at, and this is going to be the round for Portal and the map as well. They have one overpass, which was picked by 5Gamers, but it is won by Portal Esports 16-7, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be moving into the second map very soon, so stay tuned.
I feel like DyAc is one good innovation that Zoe made. They disabled the blurriness of the game that you feel like in every first-person shooter. I don't know how to say, but much more comfortable to play. Like when you move quickly, you still can see all those platforms.
It kind of feels like it's easier to track the targets. When I'm spraying, I can more clearly see like the movements that the targets are doing. So it just feels like kind of smoother to adapt to like movement. If they're moving, I kind of like immediately react.
I could really see the difference in the stability of the image. So when I was moving around the map and spraying, the image was moving a lot less, and it really made it quite a lot easier to play the game. And I could see the bullets like flying through the air and where they were landing a lot more clear.
When I flick other people, it's more accurate than without. It even helps me to perform when I spray. I can see the spread even easier than I do without. And when I do hard turns, the screen is more floating.
Somehow it actually helps you with increasing your ability to aim in the game, because, as I already said, it makes everything feel a lot smoother, and because of that, it's actually easier to hit the enemies while I'm playing, which is great, especially for games like Overwatch, which I'm currently playing, or games like Counter-Strike, or I think even games like fast-paced games like Dota, where you have like team fights where a lot of stuff happens. It will actually help you with keeping the overview of the game and controlling your mouse and your accuracy better. So if I had to decide like what feature is actually the best on this monitor, I would say it's the DyAc feature, because it impresses your gameplay by a lot.
Like the drum in the deep, and the water from around slowly weeps. Like your eyes, cold as ice, dead as the dark. Was our love after all just a watermark in the frozen lake that reflected? I was suddenly disconnected. Now the darkness is approaching, flooding in my tears. My heart is choking.
grips the mouse differently. So how can one mouse work for all? Different sizes and shapes for your options. Pick the one that fits your grip for long-lasting comfort and gameplay. With driverless design, you just plug and play.
Faceit is the biggest competitive gaming platform with more than 10 million users. Play CSGO the way it should be played and win daily prizes. Communities from your region and skill level are just around the corner with hubs. Play like the pros in FPL, find new friends, and dominate the leaderboards. Experience real progression in our leagues and ladders. Queue solo or with your friends and climb up the ranks to reach that top spot. Track your stats, match history, and more from your profile. Turn your hard-earned Faceit points won in hubs, leagues, and tournaments into real prizes. Head to the Faceit shop for a cheeky PC upgrade or that one skin you've been eyeing. Sign up for free now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pakistan versus UAE series by IGN, and we are back with the second map. That is between 5Gamers versus Portal Esports, and the map number 2 is Inferno. It is picked by Portal. The first map was Overpass, picked by 5Gamers, won by Portal Esports, and this is going to be telling us exactly if we're going to be moving on to the third map, which is Dust 2. And, well, we're just gonna have to wait and see. It is Portal's pick, so we are expecting them to be the dominant team in this map. And they did pretty well against 5Gamers in map number 1, which was 5Gamers' own pick. So, are they going to be playing better in their own map? That is what we want to see here. From the looks of it, the CTs, they have gotten themselves the advantage. Shooter getting a kill onto Romeo is gonna turn around and even get a kill onto Potato. He has turned it into a 2 versus 1. The CTs, they had the advantage, but they've lost it all because of Shooter, and now he's gonna get that last kill as well, getting a 3K for himself. The first round going to Portal Esports. 0-1 is the scoreline. Well, now we know Portal Esports is going to be starting off very well in this map. They have won the first round, and now the second round they have gotten themselves the advantage of the economy. So they're gonna buy up on SMGs and one AK-47 onto shooter, which has been their setup in the previous map as well, whenever they win the first round. Well, this is going to be their setup. Soulmate yet again using a MAC-10. It's going to be a slow take from Portal Esports. And do not mind me while I turn off this net graph very quickly. But anyways, getting back to the game at hand. Looking at the buy on the CT side, only 2 of their players have pistol upgrades. The rest of them are just going to be playing with those USPs without any armor. It's going to be a slow round from Portal. And they've been doing that a lot. They've done that in the previous map as well. 50 seconds left on the clock. Bomb picked up by shooter from middle. Is that I'm moving into bomb site B. They're gonna have to check CT because that is gonna happen when you don't have someone watching CT. The CTs, they can push through the smoke and that can end badly. This is like the most annoying thing that I find in Inferno. It's just when you're taking B, nobody's watching CT, and then just some CT player is going to push in and take down your players. And that is exactly what happened. HZI and Shooter, they died to those 2 1D Pokemon, getting a triple kill. And this is going to be a round for Portal Esports. Although the CTs, they have dealt enough damage to get some good economy on their side. They were going to have economy anyways for this round to buy up. But now they've managed to get some more. And now 0-2 in the favor of Portal Esports. It is a complete buy for the CT side. The CTs, I've noticed, Team 5Gamers, they usually win their first complete buy round, and we're just gonna have to see if that's going to be the case on this map. They're gonna have to back off from Banana. Except for Rocky, he's gonna be staying there behind Sandbag. He's gonna get a frag onto HZI. Almost getting that second one onto Shooter. Is gonna turn it into a 4 versus 4. Now Shooter gets a trade kill for his teammate. Shooter, though, he's tagged down at 28 HP, and that can be problematic for him. Pokemon picking up an M4A1S from the dead body of Rocky. And again, the T's are going to be playing it slow. They've realized that playing fast hasn't really gotten them in the best situations. They've already lost 1 player. But they did manage to get a trade kill, so there's that, but still works out pretty well for them whenever they're playing slow. And Pokemon is going to fail that spray. He is going to tag down Romeo to 34 HP, but gets taken out. And, well, he has given away the advantage to the CTs. They have the man advantage. It is a 4v3. The T's are going to have to move in towards bomb site A, where there's 3 of the CT players waiting for them. Not sure if they're going to fake it, or they're just going to move in towards A. A 4 versus 3. Banba, he's gonna get some more advantage for his team. Has taken out 2 players, and now it's just a 1v4. That is quickly ended as Potato gets that last frag, getting the round for 5Gamers, and they've done it yet again. Like the first map, they always win their first buy round, and they've done it again. They've won the first buy round, and now they have still a complete buy. They had a complete buy. They still have a complete buy, and they're going to be moving into this next round with the better buy. Compared to Portal Esports, I mean, they could have gotten some more proper weapons, but they did use up a lot of their economy in the previous round. And now they're just going to have to go for pistol upgrades. Only Pokemon having that AK-47 to work with. The rest of them just having pistol upgrades. Trans and HZI, they don't even have Kevlar. .5v5, still 1 minute, 12 seconds left on the clock. Portal Esports moving in towards B long. Banana, actually. What am I saying? B long. Portal Esports moving in towards Banana. Romeo, though, he's gonna get a frag onto Pokemon, turning it into a 5 versus 4. He might be able to take down Revenant. That is gonna be the case. Soulmate just getting taken out. It's that I getting a bomb plant onto bomb site B. He might be able to get a kill here onto Rocky. He's in the perfect position to do so, unless Rocky just pre-fires there. And it's gonna be the end for HZI. A 5v3 in favor of the CTs. Romeo getting a kill onto Trans. Shooter taking out Potato. He's gonna get a double kill before he's taken out by Banva. And that is going to be another round for 5Gamers. 2-2. Equalize scoreline. And I think I'll just do this real quick as well. I had to cast in place of, stream in place of Ramesh, so I didn't really have time to do any proper settings for the stream. I apologize for that. But anyways, getting back to the match at hand. HZI is going to be tagged down to 81 HP, while Rocky gets tagged down to 12 HP, so that is going to be a bigger problem for the CTs than the Ts. Revenants inside apartments might be taken down by Nemesis. Yes, well, he's going to get that kill first, getting an entry onto bomb site. Not exactly the bomb site, but he has gotten an entry towards A. Has turned it into a 5 versus 4 in the favor of the T side. Use that advantage perfectly, and there we go. Pokemon taking out Romeo. He's going to turn it into 5 versus 3. Rocky low on HP, so you can consider it a 5 versus 2, but then again, even a low HP player can do some damage when he gets those headshots, just like Rocky did just now against Pokemon. Has turned it into a 3 versus 4 in the favor of the T. Rocky getting taken out by AZI. 2v4 in the favor of the in the favor of the T side. Shooter getting a bomb plant on bomb site B. Potato and Banvai, they're both gonna back off and try to go for a save because, well, they know that it's going to be a very hard retake against the 4 players at Portal Esports. And well, this is going to be a round for Portal Esports. Banva and Potato ending up saving their weapons for the next round, which are going to be M4s. Going into round number 6, 2-3 is the scoreline in the favor of Portal Esports, but they only have one more round over 5Gamers, so it's not really that big of a deal, but still, they're doing pretty well on the T side, and maybe they'll do better on the CT side, but at the moment, it's still too early game to be predicting this sort of stuff. But moving back into the round, Rocky getting tagged down to 11 HP. A slow round yet again. That's just how Portal Esports choose to play their maps. Banva, he's gonna get a frag onto Revenants, even though he had 2 angles to Shooter moving in from middle and Revenants moving in from apartments. But Revenants just peeking in too early. Shooter not able to get a trade kill for his teammate. That is going to be an issue for Portal Esports as they have lost one player and given the advantage to the CTs. A B take coming in from the T side. They have thrown in their utility. Pokemon is going to take out Rocky with that Molotov, who was already on low HP. A perfect solution from Ramya. He's going to get a double kill with the Deagle before he gets taken out by Trans, traded in a 2 versus 2. Now the AZI gets that frag onto Banva, and he has turned it into a 2 versus 1 as Trans is the last man standing on the T side, and he will be taken out by Nemesis as well. This is going to be a round for 5Gamers. They have equalized the scoreline yet again, 3-3. And things just aren't looking too good for Portal. It's starting to look like they won't be able to close it out in this map. Because 5Gamers, they're just not going easy on them in this map. Even though this is Portal's pick, and Portal did defeat 5Gamers on their pick. But Portal right now, they're not really having that early, huge round advantage over the CTs. Kills after kills. Banva taking down Shooter. Trans getting the trade kill. Rocky might be able to get another kill here. He has taken out Pokemon and turned it into a 3 versus 3, taking away the advantage from the T's. And looking at the buy from the T side, they don't really have proper weaponry to work with. Only HZI has an op to work with. Revenants and Trans both only having a CZ auto as an upgrade. And Kevlar. Pretty slow round from the T's yet again. They're moving in towards B. They only have one player to deal with. Revenants taking out Rocky. Is there another gap in the smoke yet again? I'm not sure. But it doesn't really matter because the CT side player, he has moved towards construction and he will be taken out by Trans. Now it is a 1 versus 3. And 1 versus 3 in the favor of the T side. Potato, last man standing on the CT side. Yet again, he usually is the last man standing. I'm not sure why that is, but that is the case. He's gonna try to save that M4A4 that he has for the next round. Revenants on 28 HP. It's gonna have to play it a little safe and not get taken out as an exit frag. Also, again, for those of you that are not aware, Revenant is actually Soulmate. He's just playing with an old nickname that he used to play with. Back in the days, like about a year or more ago, Soulmate used to play with the nickname Revenant, I believe. And, well, he's using that nickname yet again. Anyways, looking at the buy on the CT side, they only have a few pistol upgrades. And that one M4A4 that Potato saved up in the last round. And he does have a kit and complete armor to work with as well, but lack of utility, lack of weaponry on the rest of the players. This is going to be most likely a round for the T's. Revenant's already getting that entry kill onto Romeo, has turned it into a 5 versus 4 in the favor of the T side. PES, they are in the lead in terms of rounds, and now they might be making that lead bigger. Trans taking out Rocky, turning it into a 5 versus 3 in the favor of the T side. Nemesis is gonna be on bomb site A, on that little box that you keep to be a little sneaky. But anyways, he's moving in towards bomb site A. Nemesis taking out Pokemon, but getting traded in. Many trade kills coming in between Trans and Banva. And now it is a 3 versus 1 yet again. Potato, last man standing with that M4A4. Is going to try to save it again, or maybe he might go for a retake, but that is not looking to be the case. He has moved in towards T middle, and that is definitely not where bomb site A is supposed to be, so he's going to be saving that M4 yet again. Well, another round for Portal Esports. 3-5 is the scoreline in the favor of Portal. Looking at the buy on both sides, we have an op picked up by Shooter on the T side. The rest of the players on the T side are using AK-47s, while the CTs, they have bought up on M4s and a FAMAS player taken out, which is Rocky by Shooter. It is now a 5 versus 4 in the favor of the T's. Getting that early advantage for the T's. And now Portal Esports getting that early kill. They're gonna slow down once again. Spread over at A. They're gonna be looking for any entry pushes by the CTs. But well, they have decided to move in just a little. They're not being too aggressive, not moving in too fast. Still a 5v4, 55 seconds remaining on the clock. A little more utility being set up, thrown in. There's not going to be any player towards Arch's side. Both of the CT players inside pit. Pokemon getting one frag onto Nemesis has turned it into a 5 versus 3. Now a 4v2 as Trans is going to get a trade kill for his teammate. The CTs yet again forced to save Potato and Romeo. Potato has been saving the same M4A4 from the past 2 rounds. This is going to be the 3rd round he saves up. Three to 6 is the scoreline in the favor of Portal Esports. 5Gamers just losing that round lead, and Portal Esports just getting it back for themselves. Things aren't looking good for 5Gamers. Portal Esports, they are in the lead. They have the better weaponry in this round as well. While looking at the CT side, they have FAMAS's, a UMP, and only 2 M4s to work with. The 2 M4s that Romeo and Potato both saved up in the previous round. Potato, he saved up the same M4 for the 3rd time. And that goes to show you how aggressively Portal Esports have taken the bomb sites and how they're being so dominant that the CTs, they're not even going for those retakes. Portal Esports, they're just doing so well in their game. They're playing it slow once again. Lined up towards Banana, only one of the players over at A. Trans is going to take out Romeo, turning it into a 5 versus 4 in the favor of the T side. Still a 5v4. That 1 kill by Trans. 44 seconds left on the clock. Portal Esports lining up their utility over towards bomb side B. They're going to be moving in very soon. Soulmate being the entry fragger, he's going to take out Potato, turning it into a 5 versus 3 in the favor of the T side. Soulmate getting another kill. Turns it into a 5 versus 2, and now we have Banva and Nemesis left standing on the CT side. Not anymore, as Nemesis is taken out as well, and now it's just Banva left all alone against 5 of the T-sided players. One v 5. Banva just waiting for one of the T's to push in towards CT so he can get an exit frag and maybe then try to go for a retake, but that's not going to be the case. He's going to get a double kill, but he will be taken out by DyAc. 3 to 7 in the favor of Portal Esports. A nice try from Banva. I mean, he did get that lineup, but still, nice try by him. He was traded in by DyAc in the end, though, and wasn't able to do much. That's going to be another round for Portal Esports. Moving into the next round, we have some pistol upgrades on the CT side, while the T's are sticking to their weapons from the previous round, except Revenant, who has bought up on a MAC-10, and he's very good with the MAC-10, as you can see, getting that entry frag with the MAC-10 taking out Banva, Romeo taking out Trans. Bomb, it was in the possession of the CTs, but it has been taken back Pokemon. A 4 versus 3 in the favor of the T side. It's going to be an A take coming in from the T's. Rocky is on a fight. Nemesis getting a frag onto Soulmate. It's going to be taken out by Pokemon with a double kill as he takes out Rocky as well. Getting the trade kills for his team. And 8 HP only on Pokemon. That's going to be a problem for him because Potato, he has a pistol. He just needs one more shot to take out Pokemon. And that could be problematic for Pokey. He's gonna Molotov at A. I'm surprised he isn't taken out yet. But, well, the kill does come in. Potato picking up an AK-47, might be able to take out Shooter. He has the right weapon to do so. Shooter only has a pistol to work with, and that does not work out well for Shooter. He did have an AWP, but it was so close range that he decided to take out his pistol. And I think Potato is going to die to the bomb. I'm not sure that is going to be the case. He's going to die to that bomb. He's not able to save the weapon, not able to get the round, but a nice try from Potato. He still managed to get that 1v2, but not able to get the bomb defused. That's the problem here. And well, that's going to be another round for Portal Esports, 3-8. And looking at the buy on the CT side, I'm not sure what's going on, but we're seeing a triple AWP setup, which is pretty unusual in the pro scene. Triple AWP, I mean, double AWP is understandable even on the CT side, but a triple AWP, I'm not sure what they're going for. You have 1 AWP at B and 2 at A. Still a 5v5, 1 minute 18 seconds remaining on the clock. Pokemon throwing in a smoke towards Boiler. Not sure if they're moving in to check the left side, which is towards Arches, but yeah, there is a Boiler smoke. And Nemesis, he's watching from Arches. 2 oppers, wait, what? That position behind the smoke from one of the CT side players, Romeo, gets a kill onto Revenant. Has turned it into a 5 versus 4 in the favor of the CTs. Well, the triple AWP, unusual as it is, working out in the hands of Romeo, but we haven't seen the rest of the 2 AWPs in play yet, so can't say it was a triple AWP play. But Romeo did pretty well with the AWP there. But it just wasn't enough. He's able to get 2 kills, but then PES, they just move in and they get these other players, all 3 players over at A. And they have gotten the site as well. And now it is Rocky and Potato against HZI, Trans, and Shooter. They're going to go for the retake. Rocky moving in from Boiler. And Potato is still at CT, I'm not sure why, but he has moved in towards Arches, and he picks up that AWP dropped by his teammate, and he's just gonna have to back off. They're gonna be saving those AWPs. They're not gonna go for the retake. Another round for Portal Esports, and I was actually pretty sad after seeing that play from Romeo. He got 2 kills, but his teammate, he just wasn't able to help him out, and they lose the round because of that. Good effort from Romeo though. Rocky checking out middle, isn't able to get a kill, but he will be taken out by Pokemon. A 5v4 in the favor of the T side. Portal Esports, they're just doing so well on T. They've gotten 9 rounds on the board for themselves, and now there's 2 rounds left, and they're dominating in them as well. The Shooter taking a Romeo has turned it into a 5 versus 3. Pokemon and Shooter both getting those kills. Just getting the advantage for the T's just goes to show how they're doing so well. still a 5v3 in the favor of the T side, which is Portal Esports. Nemesis getting some of that advantage for his team. It's going to take out Trans. Potato with a double kill. Nemesis also getting that second kill. That is going to be a round for 5Gamers. Potato getting that third kill is going to take away the round for the CTs. That MVP is well deserved by Potato. A fourth round on the board for 5Gamers, perfectly played by Nemesis and Potato. Both they had that cross and it just worked out perfectly. Portal Esports, even though they had the man advantage, they managed to lose a round. A 5v5 still, but HZI getting tagged down to 74 HP. Still gonna be watching. Banana, he takes out Rocky. He is tagged down to 19 HP, and that's gonna be a problem for him. Romeo getting flashed out and forced to back off towards bomb site B. Isn't gonna be watching Banana anymore, but he's gonna watch from bomb site B, so that's still there. And I'm not sure what Pokemon was doing moving in like that, even though he knew that there was another Opper there. Taken out by Romeo. A big mistake on Pokemon's end because he has lost the man advantage that, well, was there for the T's. Four v 4 in the favor of no team. Well, maybe the T's in a way because there's still two CT side players defending the site, but it doesn't matter because Potato yet again getting that 4K for his team. Has won the round for 5Gamers. You just need Potato on bomb site A. Bomb site base A is perfectly protected if you just let Potato play there. And he has proven that. 2 rounds in a row. All thanks Potato. Even though he did save that one M4A4 for 4 rounds straight, he still manages to get 2 rounds for his team, and that is enough to say that he's not one to take lightly. 5 to 9 is the scoreline in the favor of Portal Esports. Revenants taking down Banva has turned it into a 5 versus 4 in the favor of the T side. They have the man advantage, they have good weaponry to work with, but the advantage is taken away as Rocky takes down HZI. And so many trade kills coming in, we can't even talk about any advantages here. It is a 3v3. Trade kill after trade kill. Romeo, he's gonna smoke behind himself and just like sit in front of the smoke and try to watch bomb site. Well, Banana, exactly. Potato and Nemesis taking out Revenants and Trans both. But I'm not sure if that was Revenants or Pokemon. But yeah. Managed to take down 2 players and Nemesis coming in with that last kill onto Shooter. Is gonna get the round for 5Gamers, and now we're going to be moving into the second half very soon. The scoreline is 6-9 in the favor of Portal Esports. They have 3 rounds more over 5Gamers, and PES are going to be playing CT while 5Gamers are going to be playing the T side. Looking at the buy for both teams, 5Gamers, they've bought up on all Kevlars, no utility whatsoever. The CTs, they've bought up on 1 kit onto HZI. HZI also buying up on a smoke, along with Pokemon who has a smoke, a nade, and a flash. And they're gonna give up on those Kevlars. They're gonna go without the Kevlars. But anyways, we're seeing a timeout, so we will be right back. Getting back to the game, we are in the first round of the second half of the second map. The first map was won by Portal Esports on 5Gamers map pick, which was Overpass. Now we're in the second map, that is Inferno. Portal Esports pick, and Portal Esports, they are in the lead in terms of round. And now they're on the CT side. Revenant's getting a double kill for himself, gets a triple kill, and now there's just Nemesis left. And HZI is going to take him out. That's going to be another round. Well, not another round. I mean, that's going to be a round for Portal Esports, them getting the first pistol round. Well, the second pistol round, I mean, in the second half, that is. And Portal Esports, they have the advantage now. They have 3 UMPs, and well, basically they have 4 FMGs and FMS to work with, which is perfect for them because they're playing against just P250 upgrades and a deagle onto Romeo. Romeo isn't too bad with a deagle though. He has shown us that he can do some damage with it, but is he going to be able to do that in this round is the question at hand. Might be able to take down one of the players. That's going to be HZI, taken out through the smoke by Romeo and his headshot with the deagle. 6-10 Portal Esports, but this round could be problematic for them if the T's they manage to make a miracle play and get the round somehow. Pokemon, Revenant, Trans up against the 5 players on the T side. They have the better weaponry, the CTs. And they could do something. The T's are playing it slow, lined up towards Banana. They're going to be making a way for bomb side B. And from the looks of it, one of the CT side players is actually checking out apartments, so he's going to get that information. Doesn't matter though. The T's moving in towards bomb side B have taken out 2 players. Gotten the trade kills for the teammates. Now it is a 3 versus 2 in the favor of the T side. They have weapons and they have the man advantage. Taken away though by Revenant as he takes down Romeo. Potato might be able to get a kill here onto Trans, and that is going to be the case. Turned it into a fun 1 versus 2. Potato taken out by Revenant, and I'm pretty sure Revenant has an idea where the last player is because there's only one place that he could be. Oh, Rocky just moving in towards B. He's gonna take out Revenants and save the bomb from getting defused. And getting the round for 5Gamers, 7-10. The first round, well, not a force exactly for the T's, but the pistol upgrade rounds by the T's, they managed to win it, and 7-10 is the scoreline. Portal Esports, they're still in the lead, but that turned out to be problematic for Portal. A little damage being done to both sides by the grenades and Molotovs. That's not that big of a deal for any of them, considering the damage is only minimal. Rocky is gonna get a frag onto HZI, turning it into a 5 versus 4 in the favor of the T's. 1 minute left on the clock. 5Gamers, they have the man advantage and they can move on to any bomb site that they want. Going for B would be more beneficial for them because there's only 1 CT player at B and there's 3 towards A. Revenant's taking out Potato, taking away that man advantage, turns it into a 4 versus 4. Nemesis just headshotting his own teammate, tagging him down to 64 HP. I'm not sure how he got confused there, but he did. And that's going to be some damage onto Romeo, and that helps out the CTs in a little way. Nice shot from Shooter. He's going to 1D Rocky and turn it into a 4 versus 3 in the favor of the CTs. They have the man advantage now, but the T's, they still have the better weapons to work with. Shooter, he's going to get flashed out. Pokemon in a perfect cross. He's gonna take out 1, almost gets a second one. Shooter getting taken out by Romeo. It is now a 2v2 in the favor of the T's. They have the bomb plant. They need to defend. But Romeo, he's tagged down to 19 HP, and that's gonna be a problem for the T's. I mean, that 1 shot is going to be enough. The Nemesis, he's in a perfect position, and he's gonna get a double spray down onto Revenants and Trans, and that's gonna be another round for 5Gamers. 8-10 in the favor of Portal Esports, but 2 rounds in a row for 5Gamers. Portal Esports on a complete eco except for Revenant buying up on that P50. They're going to be pushing it towards the middle. They have no idea. Pokemon is right there. He's going to take out Bonbon along with Trance who takes out Nemesis, but Pokemon is going to be taken out by Romeo. And now it is a 1 versus 3 in the favor of the T side. They have everything they need to win this round, and Trance is the last man standing on the CT side, and he only has a P2000 to work with and 26 HP. Rocky throwing the AK away that Trance could pick up, but it doesn't really matter because he's still going to take out Trance, who was also tagged down by his own teammate Revenant. I'm not sure how that happened, but it did. And that helped out in, well, taking Trance out. But anyways, 9-10 in the favor of Portal Esports, 3 rounds in a row for 5Gamers. It is a complete buy for both teams. The CT is buying up on AUGs, an M4, and a UMP. They have 1 kit to work with, bought up by HZI, the rest of them having just Kevlar. HZI, the only one with complete armor. Pokemon, he's going to be taken out by Rocky. Turned into a 5 versus 4 in the favor of the T side. They get the man advantage, and now they can decide to go for any bomb site. Bomb site B only has 2, well, 1 player basically, the second player coming in from CT. Still not there yet, but he will be there soon, so that's still going to be a 2 versus 2. Why did I say 2 versus 2? Anyways, still gonna be a 2-2 setup. But anyways, Rocky is gonna take out Shooter, who gets the frag onto Romeo, getting the trade kill for his teammate. Turns it into a 4 versus 3 in the favor of the T side. The CT is moving towards B. They know there's a retake coming in. Revenant's moving in at the perfect moment. It's gonna take out Rocky, who was crossing over from CT, and he has turned it into a 3 versus 3, taking away that man advantage from the T side. The CTs, they have the weaponry to work with. They have taken away that 1-man advantage from the Ts, and now they've gotten the advantage for themselves as Trance. He takes down Nemesis, the bomb planted down on bomb site A. Trance, I thought he might be able to get that kill there inside pit, but he wasn't able to do so. Tax Potato down for down to 86 HP, so that's still something. And now Revenants, Trance, and HZI, they're left in a 3 versus 2. They're gonna have to go for that retake. Almost takes out his own teammate, Revenant, but he's gonna get that kill onto Bonman. He's gonna get 1 more kill through the smoke onto Potato, and that is gonna be it for the T's. The round is gonna go to Portal Esports. 3 rounds in a row for 5Gamers. Portal Esports, they have broken that, well, row of, you know, round wins and stuff. But anyways, Portal Esports not letting that lead out of their hands. I mean, this could have been a 10-10, an equalizer, but Portal Esports, they saved that from happening, and it's now a 9-11 scoreline in the favor of Portal, and Portal only need 5 more rounds to win, while 5Gamers, they need 7 to win. 7, but it's 6. They need 6 to win, yeah. A 4v4, early kills coming in for both teams. It's a complete buy for both teams, and this round could go either way, but it's more in the favor of the T's because now they have a leak towards any of the bomb sites, which is most likely B, because there's only 1 guy watching B, that is HZI. He gets tagged down to 95 HP. That's not really that big of a problem. Shooter getting a kill onto Banba has turned it into a 4 versus 3 in the favor of the CT side. They have the man advantage now, and they can play around that. If they play around that, it'll be right for them, because the T's, they're not playing it slow. They're doing pretty well. I mean, winning 3 rounds in a row, and that too, it wasn't easy for Portal at all. And if they make any mistakes, it's gonna happen again. They managed to stop that streak, but it's still gonna happen if they manage to make so many mistakes. Shooter missing a shot, but he does he does save it in the end. He's gonna get that last kill onto Romeo, and that is gonna be a round for Portal Esports. 9-12 in the favor of PES. They only need 4 more rounds to win. Going to be an eco for the T's. They're gonna buy up on some pistols, but that's it. They're not gonna get any armor or any utilities, and that's gonna be hard for them to work with. Trans is getting a triple kill inside apartments, not able to get any more than that though, because that Molotov, it stops the T's in their tracks inside apartments, and they're gonna have to back off. The bomb's still in the position of the T's though, but it doesn't really matter because the CTs, they have every advantage that they need. Romeo and Potato only have 2 pistol upgrades. I mean, both P250s. And that's pretty much it. That's all they have to work with, and that's not good enough against 5 CT players with an AWP, M4s, and AUGs. Shooter getting a frag onto Romeo. He might be able to get that last kill as well. I mean, there's just one player with a P250. How much damage could he do? And that's going to be nothing for Shooter, and that's going to be a kill for him. 9-13 in the favor of Portal Esports. They're very close to winning this map as well, and if they manage to win this map, we're not going to be moving on to the second map. I mean, the third map. We're gonna end the series right here because Portal, they won the first map as well. And looking at the buy right now for both teams, the T side, they have bought up on AK-47s. Portal Esports only, well, sticking to their previous buys, not really buying up on anything new. They didn't really lose any players in the previous round. It was a clean sweep from Portal. Shooter, he's gonna get a frag onto Rocky. Has turned it into a 5 versus 4. Trans getting flashed over towards Boiler, but he's gonna get a double kill. Might be able to get the third one. Does get that third kill. Gets taken out by Nemesis, but Shooter is going to be able to get that trade kill for his teammate. And now another round for Portal Esports. They only need 2 more to win. This is going to be very hard for 5Gamers to come back from. Bad buy for the Chiefs, but they still managed to get the fan advantage. Look at the HP though, 14, 16, 28. That's gonna be hard to play with against Portal Esports. The man advantage taken away from the Chiefs. Potato, he might be able to get a kill, but he's gonna have to back off because of that Molotov. Shooter taking out Rocky. He's tagged down to 15 HP, and that is gonna be an issue. It doesn't matter though, it was a headshot from Romeo. And now it is a 2 versus 3 in the favor of the C side. They have bomb side B. They're gonna go for that bomb plant. Nobody's watching construction. If Revenant had moved in from construction, he could have taken out the planter and denied the bomb plant, but that was not the case. Romeo is gonna be flashed out of his mind, and Revenant will take out 2 players. Trans with that last kill, and that is going to be a round for Portal Esports. 9-15, ladies and gentlemen. Portal Esports, they win the first map, and now they only need 1 more round to win this map as well, and the series. Complete buy for both teams. The T side, they haven't bought up by Romeo. The rest of them having AK-47s. A decent amount of utility to work with. Complete armor. So they have everything that they need to try and get this round, which is going to be a little hard, but not too hard. If they just play it perfectly and don't make too many mistakes. Pokemon will be taken out by Rocky, and we already have Shooter tagged down to 16 HP. Shooter, though, he's going to get a frag onto Romeo. A 4 versus 2. The T's, they're just playing it too fast. That's not how you do it. It almost seemed like they were just trying to get this round over with. And it, well, that's gonna be it for 5Gamers. Portal Esports are your winners for semifinal number 1, ladies and gentlemen. They have won both maps, Inferno and Overpass. They're gonna be moving forward into the tournament, and that is going to be it. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Until the next match.